The first thing we're going to do is put a little trough around the outside of our subject. So it doesn't matter what the subject will be. This is waist side here. And that's what we're going to be removing down to the background. All this is removed. This is our subject, remains to be worked on later. So what I'm going to do is put this trough with a V-tool down here, first of all, and that'll protect the dragonfly from when I start fairly vigorously removing background. So make sure you know what's subject, what isn't, and then it depends on how hard your wood is. This wood, as I said, is quite hard, but you would be pushing the gouge, the V-tool, like this, just on the outside. Okay, so there's a tiny little bit of wood. And put a second one. Now, because it's so hard, you might consider using a mallet. Okay, and you can see the wall here that I'm creating. And I'm coming along here, just outside, or rather just inside the waist, so leaving the good bit, if you like. Okay, so that's across the grain, easy, the fibres are falling out. Now when I come in this direction here, because the wood fibres are coming like this, I want to go in this direction, downhill, against the subject, so that I make sure that's a clean face, because the V-tool is going to cut two sides at once. So how deep are we going to go? Well, we know we've said 1/4 of an inch. So I want to be just above that. So I'm a shade above. So that's the sort of width that we're going to go to for the moment. So if we keep an eye on that width here, everything else can be roughly that width, because that'll mean it's the same depth. So I'm going to go around. Same here. Now, when you come to little junctions like this, don't worry about that. Okay, I can just clean that up a little bit. All this will be worked out in the detail later when we do the background, the setting in. So we're going to go around, like I'll do this area here and create that that depth. Need to be a bit careful at these corners. Okay, again, I can leave little bits like that. So once I've got a sense of how the depth here, I can move on to the rest of the carving and line everything in. Now, details like this here, I don't have to go far in, because the V-tool is a bit of a clumsy tool, and I can get into that a bit later. And you can use some of this waste, like I can come out here to come into there, do you see? So this is all going to be cleared away, it doesn't matter. So all this mess here doesn't matter. Just get more or less the right depth, that's what we're looking for. Then once we're done there, we'll start extending over here. I'm going to work my way all the way around the dragonfly like this, so I've lined in the whole subject. Here's what the carving looks like at the end of the lining in. I've left this little gap around the edge. You see everything's more or less the same width and slightly above the background. So it's slightly above our final finish. That's really important. Some bits I've had to leave a bit chewed up, but whatever, I'm within the waist. So having got it like this, the next stage is to lower this background, remove some of the waste.